Hi, this is Jean from Jean B. Apothecary, and this is Metamorphosis in Motion, my daily check-in where I tell it like it is. This is my metamorphosis, my new rhythm, my new life, and changing myself from the inside out. And I'm happy to have you along on my journey. Tonight, I'm sitting by the pond, and I'm kind of waiting for the fireworks show to start. I just saw the most beautiful image, and I thought I captured it, and I'm so disappointed I didn't, of the deer came down to the pond's edge to drink, and the reflection, and they were drinking. It was so beautiful, and I just didn't press record, so I enjoyed it for me. So today was a day. It was hot like usual. I accidentally kicked a wall. Wasn't even mad. Kicked a wall, and I either really significantly bruised my toe or maybe even broke it. I don't know. But I'm still working. Well, I was still working. Now off. It sounds like the bullfrogs are trying to chime in too. So, I got all the plants in today. I'm really excited about that. And I know that they're very small now, and it might take till next year before I can harvest from them. The annuals should do okay. They're very tiny now, but they'll grow, and I'll be able to harvest from them at the end of the summer. I still want to put some seeds in. So I'm making a lot of progress. I chose to stay down here this time for an extended trip, and this is the first time I've done this. I actually thought I was going to get a lot more done than earlier than I have been able to. I don't know if it's the heat or just the amount of work was more than I thought. It is a chorus of bullfrogs. I have never heard this before. I don't think they like me talking to you right now. It's so crazy. But I was reminded again that if I had never started this, even last year, I put in a row of plants, maybe two, and they came back, and it was so inspiring for me. So I put in more. This time around, and even though I know it's going to take some time, I know it would take more time if I had never started. So I'm happy to say that I pushed forward, and back to my staying longer. I really miss my kids, and at other times in the past, I might have thought, well, I'll get this later. I'll do this next time I come down. We'll get as much done as we can now, and then next time I'll do it. Well, next time just turns into lots of next times, and not as much stuff gets done. I'm really proud of how much I've accomplished with all of the field work and putting the plants in. And plus, I did a lot of work at home putting seeds in flats. So I would have hated to see all that work go to waste. I was able to put plants in that I started even last year, so they're bigger this year. We'll see how they do. My big task now is to get irrigation going. So I'm going to do a rudimentary irrigation setup where I use a water tank and some drip line and, basically cross my fingers and hope for the best. Because you just don't know how that's going to go. But my next plan is to take advantage of this pond. Let me see if I can even turn the phone around. I never do this, but let's see. So let's look at the pond. I hear lots of things, but over there is the current pump setup. And so I'm going to try to figure out a way, inexpensively, to set up. I hope you like that. It was pretty nice. This is what I'm getting to spend my evening looking at. And I was excited to see fireflies. So back to the pump. I want to run better lines, so everything has to be resealed. There's leaks, and the pump has to be primed every time we use it. There's no automation, so I'd really like to be able to try to set something like that up. That probably will be the next trip down here, and not this one. But it's a lot of work, and I'm ever closer to getting it all done. There's never going to be an ending, I know that. But I love it. that's the thing I love so much, is that it's not going to end, and it's always interesting. It's always a challenge. It's always something to figure out, and then the reward, and I don't know, it feels good. So, I spent a lot of years thinking this is something I'd really like to do, and I spent a lot of years talking myself out of it. This isn't my first time trying to do something here, but it was hard with the kids. Now that they're older and can fend for themselves a little bit better, my husband's not on travel. He can be with them, and that works for me. Now the next trick is to see, how do I get them here to help me work without complaining, because that doesn't make my work happy when that happens. So that's something for me to work on, is asking for help, even though I know that the answer might be a grumble. It can't be no, but it will be a bargaining for money. They get paid when they help me out. But now that I have a better handle on what it is that I'm doing, it should be easier to ask for help. So I'll keep that in mind as we go through the summer. It's also very hard because it's so hot. They don't really love the hot, but there's a lot of fun things we can do down here as other fun summer rewards. So that's kind of the check-in for the day. My screaming toe is maybe broken. I don't know. I have one more day here, and I got a lot done, and I'm really happy about that. So tomorrow I got to finish up with water, and then I get a bee meeting in, and I get home tomorrow night late. So wish me the best. That reminds me, I'm going to have to record tomorrow early and check in earlier. We'll see how a noonday check-in might go. Well, thanks for watching. If you're in your own metamorphosis or transformation, I'm glad you're here. If you have any things you want to maybe get some more input on, drop a comment. Leave a like if you're liking what's happening so far, and subscribe. You've got to subscribe to follow along and see how I'm doing on my journey. And also, that'll be a good way to be notified of the podcast that I'm going to be publishing soon, which will get into more detail about why now, why the transformation, because it's not really a short topic. So yeah, follow along, and I'm glad you're here. Till tomorrow, take care. See you then. Bye.